Hi crafters, this is Crafty Savvy and I'm back today to do a 2023 craft room tour with you. I recently cleaned up my craft room a little bit, rearranged some things, and it's been a little while since I've shown my space, so I thought maybe this would be a good time to record it, seeing as I'm going to be hopefully starting some projects and finishing some things, and it's going to become a bomb again. So I thought this might be the opportune time. So I'm going to take the camera down and we'll just do a quick, well, I'm not going to get too in depth about what I have in every drawer, because I'm a visual person and I like to see the things that I have. So a lot of it, you'll notice, is in clear bins and just sort of out there. And that is my personal taste and style, and that's how I enjoy crafting the most. So yeah, I'll give you a quick tour and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think at the end of the video in the comments, and be right back. Okay guys, so we are at the entrance of my room in the basement. Often you'll hear me say I'm going down to craft, or downstairs to craft, and I am very lucky and very fortunate to have a very large space down in our basement, and this is all for me. So this is my woman cave, and so this is just a quick overview. I'm standing in the doorway of the basement. This is just an overview of the whole thing, and I'll just take you around slowly and show you more or less what's happening here. Okay, so I'm coming through I'll back up a little bit here without hurting myself. So I'm in the rec room now, and you can see the doorway here to my craft room. So I come in through here, and on the right side, sorry it's so jiggly, I have this cabinet on the wall here. So there's the edge of the doorway there. And I'm not going to open that. There's a painting back there that my son did. And I'm not going to open the cabinet, because that's just mostly like storage and where I have like mailing envelopes and that sort of thing. And then I just have this basket of like wrapping paper and things that I use to wrap with and that sort of stuff. This door that you see here is actually another room that we just use for storage. It's closed because it's terrible. I made that wreath many years ago for my husband's grandmother, who was Ukrainian. And we put that on her door when she moved into the home. And so this is something new. I just created this. This is some of the stuff that you could purchase at Dollar Tree, like that little pegboard and some of the elements that are on it. Unfortunately, my Dollar Tree didn't have I don't know if they were like clips or what it was that you were supposed to attach it with. So I had this spare corkboard, and I attached, my husband helped me attach the plastic pegboard to it. Then I had some of these metal containers, and you can see sort of the things that I put on there. There's just my twines and little things that sometimes I reach for, and I think it came out quite cute. I love it. I enjoy it. And then below that is sort of another concoction creation. I just had sort of accumulated these plastic bins. So over time, they don't really fit too well together, but I kind of made them so that it kind of worked for me. And this is just like my little medals and embellishments, little things that you sometimes reach for, some fancy buttons, you know, oh, my magnets. I was looking for those. Those actually go in here. So So some of them are glued down. I glued them together, and others I didn't. But, you know, there's my little corners in there. I should glue it, right? Because it's a little wibbly everywhere. You know, plates for book plates and fancy corners, and there's some keys, and I just got these, are really cute at the dollar store. Little wooden thread spools, really cute, and such, you know. So I put that all there. And then I just have a few bins of little fabrics that I tend to reach for. And this is an old cart that I got, and I just painted it white. And there's just some extra stuff in those baskets, some like materials and that sort of thing. And then this is kind of the wall behind my desk. So I just put up some things. A lot of this stuff I've gotten at, you've seen this in a video. I got this, and I got a whole bunch of doilies, and this was a great haul actually. And whoever had this also had these little pill bottles, and they're super, super, super old, with buttons and things in it. And I just love that about this whole thing. So I left it as is, and it's been there. That's me. I made that when I was a little girl. And so yeah, this unit, some of it I got at Michael's, and this section here, and the one on the end, this one here, I got on Marketplace, pretty much for dirt, and it's worked out pretty well for me. This middle sort of nine cubby shelf thing I had. And then these two things I purchased, or these three things I purchased at Michael's a long time ago. So I just kind of turned it all into a sort of wall unit, so to speak. And then, so inside there, that's you've seen me make that. That's my snippet roll, one and only I ever made. But inside here is where I keep all of my doilies and little embellishments. Laces and trims. These are just some. There's a few more. These are more like colors stuff, pinks and yellows and such. And then in the bins here I have sort of the bias tape. There's some silk bias tapes there. And then in these containers I have my threads that I use for obviously sewing things, and there's 3 of those, so just different. I broke them up in colors and browns and blacks. I'm really not sure. The other one might be empty, I'm not too sure. And then some other stuff, trims, and then the very bottom one is just like thread. Not too exciting. Sorry, I'm going to try to go slow here. We'll go back up to the top. This one here has washi. So I just broke it up as best as I could into colors. Green. I'm not too sure what that all says. Oh, nothing. And that was a project I was working on. I still need to finish. So sort of empty. There's some Copics I don't really use anymore. Some small little journals that I believe I videoed those before. And then this is sort of this is where I keep my wax and, you know, all of the stuff that goes with it. And there's some more wax here. These are my, what do you call them? They're clean color watercolor markers. Haven't used those in a while either. My husband spent a bajillion on those when they first came out, and I used them a couple times. There's some stamps in the drawer and some markers. And then below it are just, so I had all of this stuff prior to yesterday in that brown cupboard that I showed you when we first walked in. And this is a lot of stuff that I've made myself, and I wasn't using it because I couldn't see it. Even though it was in the clear bins, I couldn't see it. Obviously it was behind those doors, so I've pulled it all out because there's a lot of stuff in here I would like to put in a current journal that I'm doing. But anyway, so this is some, you know, some are labeled. I haven't finished labeling, but handmade ephemera. So some projects you've seen me make before. You know, there's booklets and cards and tags and all kinds of things there. Those are all my napkins down there. Some journals I was making. There's a few stamps, like my go-tos are in there. You know, sparkly stuff. Some, you know, just different things. There's some bows and things that I made following some videos that I watched. I believe that was Shabby Dabby Doodah who showed those. And then in there is just some of my favorite paper pads and the small 6x6s. And sorry, we're going to go up. I have some of my tapes, double-sided glue sticks. In here I just have some tags and like little bits of ephemera. And this one here is just some random stuff, almost like my catch-all. I just put stuff in there when I don't know what to do with it right away. And okay, I'm going to swing around this way. So I recently, yesterday, I kind of cleaned up this corner. I had an oversized chair from when, way back when my husband, more than 25 years ago, when my husband and I, we got married and purchased our first home. We bought some furniture, and this chair is huge. And I've always just kept it. It's comfortable, it's worn out, but it's here. And sometimes so I'm sitting here at my desk, and sometimes it's just like I need a break. So I put this chair right behind me to remind myself that sometimes I just need to stop. And so I have the TV that's sort of right there, and I'm able to just stop for a second. And, you know, sometimes you just need that. But I just finished up this corner, and so I put my chair there. There's a project that I'm working on, well, I was working on, that's cross stitch. Fortunately, with my hands, I can't do that too much anymore. And I bought some more wood crates. They were on sale for $9.99 at Walmart, and I bought those, and I attached them to the wall. This is something I did several years ago. You'll see when we go around that I had a couple other ones that I used to keep fabrics in, but I just wanted to create an entire wall of just that, because I have a lot of fabrics now. So I designed and put up and then folded everything nicely and put them all in there. So I'm really enjoying that little space now, really a lot. I love it. I have a little window. It's not a lot of light, but it is what it is. And then, let's see. There's my cart, my Rascog cart, I think. I don't know. It's just, you know, it's got my ink blending tools and staples and stuff down there. And then in the top is just like glues and Mod Podge and paintbrushes, E6000, all of that good stuff. Some coffee mixture, water, you know, all the fun things. There's a little cabinet tucked away over there that has all my vintage like music papers and old book pages and stuff that I've sort of cut out so that I could just reach for them rather easily. So I have them all sorted, you know, just old book pages and things I could just maps I could just reach for pretty easily. I don't know what's even in the top one. Oh, there's extra cutters and, you know, things. Okay, so now we're at my working desk, and this is what I have there. That's my little spinny cart with the stuff I reach for all the time. My glue pages and wipes. And my basket that started off as where I used to put little bits of trash, but it now soon became the things that I use every day, all the time for crafting. And then we'll just scoot along here. There's a drawers, nothing special in there. This is a project I'm almost done. I'm making a cookbook for someone, and those are the papers they chose. So I'm just about to bind that and finish that off because I have a design team project that I really would like to get started on. And that's what's next on my agenda. So I have two of these tables, and they're just side by side. And there's my scissors and such garbage. And this is where I have more light, because the light is pretty much right above it, and I will record on this side of my table. And there's my design team stuff. I'm just trying to prep that slowly. And then this is another table that goes with my desk, and that's perfect for my sewing machine and that sort of thing. So now my desk is behind me. And that's the entrance right there that I came through. And then on this back wall, I have another sort of unit set up, wall unit thing. So yeah, this middle thing is full of like old ephemera and things that I reach for. And then there's 12 by 12s paper pads in there. Some old ones I should probably go through because I don't use them anymore. That is a painting that my dad did for me. My dad was a very good artist. So, and then inside this bin is all scraps of fabric. And funny thing about this basket, it's enormous. If anybody recognizes what this is actually for, I feel like it might be for fireplace. I'm not sure, but it has these hooks on it as well as a handle. Here. And I found this, and then I think I mentioned this somewhere, but several years later, I went, like just recently, I purchased this one, and then several years, a few years go by, and I'm at another thrift store, and I find another one, which is odd. Actually, they had two, and there it is there. I'll get there in a second. And so I was like, what is with these baskets? They must come from maybe some kind of cabinet or something that somebody bought. I'm not sure, but I was happy because they're great. And so, yeah, that's what's in there. And then in this cabinet, nothing. Oh, what a mess. Looks like something just fell out. Okay, I try. Anyways, some of the stuff is in clear bins. I haven't cleaned this one out, so please forgive the mess. I got these at a little haul, so there's lots of fabric there. These are all my flowers and things in bins. And then as we go down, these are all stamps that I wish I used more of because I really don't. And there's stamps all the way down there. Rubber stamps, cling mount stamps, every stamp imaginable to man that I don't use. Funny, right? I think we all do that. I hope I'm not the only one. Anyway, then there's this glass cabinet. Oh, that's my Mickey Mouse hand that I got in Florida, obviously. And that little painting is from Cuba, somebody made. And so this is where I keep a lot of my own projects, my own journals and things. And then I have ribbons in clear bins, some really, really old paper, and jewelry stuff for making charms and whatnot, and just more ribbons. So yeah. So my projects are in there. Little Rhonda Lee made that for me. And same thing in here. You've seen some of these before. Anyhow. Okay, so there's that other bin. I just got some old ephemera in there. In here is just some little bits and bobs. Sticker maker. Kind of like the electrical department. That little sealing thing, I don't know. Tape. That's my, what do you call that? My sealer. Not laminator. Not sealer, laminator. My Cricut and another little embossing gizmo that I have. I have the big shot, but that's a little one there. And then there's some books in there, some little things I made. Books in that other bin, and then more 12 by 12 paper pads. And then on this shelf, I have, yes, that is a fishing rod that you see there. That was my fishing rod that I recently found when I was itty bitty. My parents took me camping from the time I could understand, and I was fishing with my dad at a very young age, and that was my first fishing rod. And then on here is gifts and cards and things from some of you lovelies out there. And a lot of vintage books and stuff that I tear pages out from. Some very old projects that I have done down there. And then if we slowly turn this way, this is just like my own personal wall of things, personal things and little memories. And just to remember, it's nice to have things from your past and present and future. And then this thing I got at Princess Auto, if you're here in Canada. It's for like screws and nuts and bolts and things like that. But I'm using it for like the little dainty flowers and lace. And I kind of separated it all by color. And that's where that is hiding for now. Some old big spools of thread that you can't really sew with anymore. It's so old. It just is brittle. And yeah, just an old unit that I did, crackled it, oh my gosh, eons ago. But I don't have the heart to throw it away because it's kind of cute. So then, we're getting there. Then this has just a whole bunch of crap in there, for lack of a better term. And then inside those clear bins is all like my stickers and little ephemera and all of that fun stuff for collaging and whatnot. So I have 3 of those now. That's just some more. That's, you know, just paper sorted by color for when I want to collage. And then these are my 2 original crates that I put up a long time ago. And I should go through all of those fabrics too, because it's a bit of a mess. We are on, this is the left side of my room when you're looking in now. And then that's my paper. I think I got this at Staples a long time ago. It's a paper sorter. So I have all my papers sorted by color in there. And then beneath it is just a little wooden shelf that I bought, and I just painted it gray. And that just, in there is like my heat tools and my little iron and extra stuff. And then 6x6 paper pads, and maybe those are 8 by, I don't know what size, but that's what's in there. In here is just a cart full of little tiny things. So I have bins. This one's Tracy Fox, so these were some labels I got from her. There's a Shabby Dabby Doo Tina's little stuff. So it's like little tabs and tags and, you know, little sayings. There's some word tiles. I can't really open those. But yeah, and then there's some images like from birthday cards and such. If you take them apart, you can sometimes cut out images, and so that's what I have in there. There's people and photos, and that's a scrap bin for collage. So just full of random papers and that sort of thing. Then this is the unit with my TV on it. So this white section right here used to be on the top of one of my desks that are like the desks that I work on. But I wasn't functioning. I didn't have enough space to leave it there. So we just set it on top of this already existing white cabinet that I had, and it actually fit perfectly. And it ended up raising up my TV, which is good too, because it was crooking my neck a little looking down at it. But anyway, so inside there is a really old, my mother-in-law gave me that scale. And then some really nice old, that's Edith Holden that I horrified because I don't want to rip it up. It's the only one I have. Shakespeare, you know, all of the nice books in there that I really would like to use, but I don't have the heart to tear them. And then some more books in this one. That's a puzzle that my husband gave me of my little Charlie. And then there's my Big Shot. Is that what it's called? Big Shot, Sizzix Big Shot, yeah. Rolls upon rolls of piano paper. I don't know what to do with, but we'll figure it out. Some vintagey things from my childhood. And some rando. I got this at like an auction for dirt. There's loads of stuff in there for like, what do you call those? Agendas. What are those called? Like your daily journal, daily agenda, whatever. And none of them have dates on it, which is perfect. So it's just like loads of stickers and papers and stuff I can make sort of agendas with. And I have made a bunch. The one and only thing I ever found with my name on it. And so I got that at some sale eons ago. And then we're on this wall here. And up there I just have all my punches that I don't use a lot, but they're there. Little doodads and whatnot. What do you call those? Sequins and things. A boatload of journals I got at a very, very good price and haven't done anything with yet. Some of those books that when you open them up, they're hollow inside. And some more paper. And some of my like paints and that sort of thing is in there. I don't know, some paint brushes. That's my filter. And here I just have my printer. Some people were asking me what kind of printer I use. It's not the best in the world, but it gets the job done. So it's an HP. There you go. It's not too bad. Inside the cabinet that it's on is really just paper and printer-y stuff, ink, and that sort of thing. And then my very small window. That's an art project. The faces there is my husband's face that I did when I was just starting college. So like 100 million years ago, seems like. The little mousey my mom made me when I was just a little girl. And then this is just the front of my desk. And that is it. This is my happy place. And it truly is. Makes me happy just to be here. Which is so clean. I love it right now. I don't think it's going to stay like this for very long, but let's see. That's when I went to Vegas with my husband and I went to Hell's Kitchen. I'm obsessed with Chef Ramsay. So, oh, and I want to show you something else too. That's just a napkin I got from there. And if you come around here, oh, and that's a project that I did up there with my name on it. You guys saw that before. It's still there. And that red charm little rondelet made for me, isn't it stunning? And I got this black hummingbird, I think it's a hummingbird, like on sale at Christmas time. Just for like, I don't know, literally 99 cents or something. And it just looks so pretty hanging there. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to leave you with. And I'm glad you were able to join me today. I hope you enjoyed my little tour. Let me know what you guys think. And hopefully we will be back really soon and get working on that journal there for Medieval Mirage and my project, design team project. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will talk to you guys all real soon. Take care. Bye.